Hello friends, I'm Amanda Barr.
And I'm Rebecca Lou Brennan, and welcome to Dance Principles United, the podcast.
Together, we are passionate about helping studio owners with the business of running their studio.
Join us as we talk everything from marketing, systems, studio culture, motherhood, life, and everything in between.
This is the Dance Principles United podcast.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Dance Principles United podcast. It is Beck here, and I have a very incredible human sitting opposite me. Super excited for this talk, the amazing Stephen Tannos. I got you to speak at Expo, and it was so epic. Guys, it was so epic, and we'll talk about it and bits and pieces of it, that I immediately organised for all my kids at my studio to see this talk. I made my 5 kids, my own children, sit down and watch it because we got open media to record it for us. They loved it. It's so special. And the reason that I'm so passionate about that talk is because I think everyone needs to hear it. Studio owners, kids, everybody, because we all stop ourselves from succeeding through fear. You and I are great examples of that our entire life.
Shining examples.
Shining examples. And having to overcome that fear is such a great story to hear from someone like you, I think.
Yeah. You could tell I'm uncomfortable with compliments. How much did I move? I was just like, thank you. Terrible. I need to work on that. Yeah, look, and again, circling back to you, cattle prodding me into something, which I'm so grateful for, by the way. Sounds like it's a bad thing. It's a great thing. Everyone needs a Beck in their life just going like, do it, do it, do it. Come on. You won't do it. You won't do it. Where we are. Come on. Yeah. And this is something we talked about, pardon me. We talked about this about a year ago, and I ended up, not doing it because, again, fear. Fear. Because I still very much experience fear to this very day.
Yep.
I'm nervous before this podcast.
Right.
Just because I want to make sure I say the right things, and expectation and judgment, all these things come in.
It's the stuff that just goes round, round, round in your head. I'm exact same.
It's the stuff that's like was originally designed to keep you safe from real threats.
Right.
Like there's a polar bear outside.
Yep.
I'm a cat man.
Magpies, for example.
Magpies, real fear.
Yep.
The worst. That's the worst one, by the way. That's number one fear. I'm not even lying. I actually bought a magpie statue the other day.
Did you?
To put in my house, just
I
as
love
like exposure therapy.
Oh, I love
by the way, I'm terrified of magpies. Anyway, but you basically said to me, like, you need to be talking about, because I had started making little videos online, just about, my experiences with fear and how they what lessons they taught me and how I very much face it to this day. And that people were resonating with it because it was coming from someone who's still very much in it and doing it. And I think to give that human kind of aspect to someone like myself is important, because I think because of social media, these kids just see so much success and it's mind numbing for them, because they just because I don't know, because I struggle with it too. Like all you're seeing is this person's best moment, this person's, that person, this person's, and you don't see any of like the 90% of stuff that failed for that person to get to that place.
Exactly.
And this is the 10th time this person has tried this thing, and this is just the one that people are latching onto, or the amount of like negative self-talk this person, so I wanted to peel the curtain back and peel the layers back of the onion to show the core of like what goes on in my brain and what has gone on in my brain and what I've learned from it, and how much value there is in hindsight and being able to look back on it and maybe be able to help the kids now to be able to identify that feeling of fear coming up for me right now and what's on the other side of that if I push myself through it. And that's what the talk is. And you basically were like, we're doing it. This was in December, I think we met, maybe. Something
Probably.
like that. Yep. We met at coffee around the corner where we just met today.
Yeah.
You're going to do a talk. It's 55 minutes. It's a presentation, a keynote presentation. And you're doing it. I've booked it in already. I'm going to announce you in like 2 weeks or something. So send me a photo. Let's do it. And I was like, just like smiling through my teeth, like, yeah. In my head, I'm like, oh, you're going to mess this up. This is going to be awful, awful, awful. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why me? Like, And to be honest, I was shitting my pants on a lead up to it.
I was nervous because I did offer for you to catch up again.
Yep.
And then you didn't.
Yep.
And I'm like, is he going to ditch me? Because
I thought about it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't think about it, but I knew it was very important for me to push through this one.
Yes, I think so, because I think what you're giving people is like so amazing. So amazing. So I think as I said, I think you'll get less and less nervous the first time I got up on stage,
Oh, yeah.
I had, and this was for a 10-minute talk in front of, I was in a coaching company for dance studio owners, and I had to do a 10-minute talk on how I developed an entertainment
Oh, that's
sector of my
terrifying.
business. I went into the toilet and I was having a full-on panic attack. Like I was like,
I was close that morning, like when I saw you.
and I was shaking, and and people would never think that about me now.
Yeah,
They would never ever think that I would even get a little bit nervous going, I still shit my pants. I told you, I thought no one would turn up to my talk.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
day.
Like I'm not talking to the camera because I want to let the audience know. You had like 600 people there.
Oh, not 600.
Well,
But
okay,
it was a very, very, people were
like-
sitting outside the door.
I'm hyperbolic, but yeah.
It was pretty epic.
Yeah.
But same thing, spiraling in my head the whole time. No one's going to like
I'm gonna
this.
think of my
It's not
words. I'm
about
gonna
you. Yeah.
all of that.
And I get up all the time and speak.
And look, so do I, but not about this. Not about something vulnerable. It's
Yeah, it is
I'm
very vulnerable.
sort of playing a character when I teach to some degree.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, and that's got I've got something to hide behind.
Mm.
Teaching you content. Like this is like telling the story of my life and being vulnerable about it and unpackaging things and then also the added pressure of it being like a room full of people that own businesses and and then so I'm like, why do I have the right to talk to these people that, are running successful businesses and this, that, and the other? And like, are they just going to look at me and be like, what's this punk doing? And it couldn't have been further from the truth, obviously. But my brain just wants to tell me that. And that's all fear is. Fear is just false evidence appearing real.
Yes.
You've heard that acronym before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's all it is. You're creating these scenarios because you're trying to protect yourself. And you're trying to go, when I get there, I already know that this is going to happen, so I'm ready for it. But all you're doing is just shooting yourself in the foot for the process and not letting yourself actually enjoy it. And I learned a lot from just doing that first one. And I'm doing the speech again today at your studio.
Yes.
I'm very nervous again for that too.
Right.
But I know I'm going to take something from it, whether it goes as well or not, whatever it is. Because now I'm doing it for a room full of like dance studio kids. So it's like, that's another.
Different.
It's different.
Yep.
Might not get the same amount of laughs, might not, but I've got to learn to roll with whatever that is and find what that version is.
And because the younger generation doesn't necessarily know, so you they have
No, I have to-
experience, so you think you can
I have
do
to educate them a bit more on
yeah,
parts
that sort
of
of
my
stuff.
story because a lot of the people in that room at DTE were around for those parts of my story.
Yes.
There were people there that, Lee Wyndon and like
Yes.
yourself and like people that knew me at that time.
Yep.
So they had a bit of vested interest as well.
Yes.
But the speech went so well. I'm very, very grateful for you for pushing me to do that.
Oh, it's
And I was worried about filling the time. I ran over time and still had half an hour left, really.
I had 100 slides left.
Oh, I definitely had about 30 slides left.
I felt like it was so many more.
And it was about
Just went through
150 all up, and I
Right.
got through about two-thirds of it.
Okay, I thought it was way worse.
No. It looked like I was just like,
Yeah, it looked like you were just like scrolling
Yeah.
through all these slides.
everyone's like, keep going, which is the nicest compliment ever. Like,
Yes. So many people came up and said they wish that you
but I
had kept
didn't-
going.
I didn't know what was going on.
They can get you at their studio.
Yep.
But I could see this in studio owners all the time. They're either too scared to do simple things like put their prices up. Even though they need to, the fear of putting their prices up
Gonna lose.
because all their clients are going to leave them, which is never the case.
Yep.
Or the fear of we have to follow what everybody else is doing, or we have to follow what the parents want.
Yep.
And you knew me back in a day where I was that person.
Yeah,
That would
100%.
do what, apart from like our stuff together, I was just constantly following the parents around and
Yep.
trying to make everybody happy. And that is the worst
And
thing
you
you
were-
could do.
And you were miserable.
I was miserable and I wasn't making any money.
Yeah, and there you get the proof in the pudding, right? When you start to actually separate, and again, I'm saying all of this I'm still learning all of this.
Same.
Like,
Every day.
when you're able to like separate yourself from being controlled by this narrative in your brain,
Yes.
then like that's where true like success aside, that's where true success comes from, but like true happiness too.
Absolutely.
And I think true success can only be built from a place of like love and happiness. Honestly, like there's honestly parts of business that aren't happy and aren't
Of course.
colors and obviously like it's it's a hard slog. But if like fear it'll just absolutely diminish your ability to like grow
Mm.
because you're just surviving really. It's survival mode.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And you're living the experience. You're living proof of that.
Yes. but I now am so true to myself
Oh my
in the
God.
business that I'm happy to say goodbye to a kid if they're not, and that's another thing, like not all kids are going to be right
And
for
the true
my studio.
confidence to know that is enough
That
in
takes a
itself.
lot.
Oh my God.
That takes a lot to say, I send you with love, and I've learnt to do that because you knew me back in the day. I'd be on the floor bawling my eyes
So
out.
invested, yeah.
Anybody left, like it was just tragedy. And now I'm like, it's fine.
And you see that the most successful businesses have that kind of mentality of like, you need us more than we need you. Kind of, and that's a harsh way to put it.
No, but yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Or it's also just knowing that different people are going to go to different,
yeah.
not everyone's going to like you.
And that's something I've wrestled with for a long time, and I continue to, but I'm learning to shed that as I get older. And the thing is, you get older, it's the thing with age as well, isn't it?
It is, so is.
You know, to tell a 16-year-old that,
Yes.
being a 37-year-old who's lived 20 years more life than they have is, it sounds so simple, but I'm here to tell you it's not. You know, it just takes getting up, failing, getting up, failing, getting up, and like how you get up each time, like, and you kind of get up a little bit more bruised, but you've got a little bit developed more of a muscle, and like feels like you can't get through it, and then all of a sudden you get yourself back, and then it happens. Like it's just the reality of it. But you develop resilience over time.
Absolutely.
But it all comes from that place of fear, right? And facing the fear. True, like bravery can only happen if there's fear before it.
True.
You know.
True.
And that's why I want the speech to, help push and to illustrate the fact that everyone experiences it. Because, people look at me as this successful.
Yeah. That's what kills me. Like you see people are like, oh, Beyonce is so lucky. And, they say it about me. Oh, she's just lucky. It's like,
Yeah, God. Yeah.
or they probably say it about you. You got that lucky.
Yeah, I get it.
Whatever. And that's what made it happen for you. But it's so not.
Oh, yeah, you were a boy, so it was easier. Like all of this.
Yeah.
And it's usually coming from people that are just trying to minimize what I'm doing to prop themselves up.
Of course. But I also
I-
think people think that success comes from luck, but success comes from exactly what you just said. Fail, pick up, fail, pick up, fail, pick up, fail, over and over. It's people who have that resilience in them to keep going.
And I know, yeah. And I
It's
know it's
interesting because you don't see yourself as being resilient.
no. Look,
But when you look at it that way, you actually are very resilient.
Sure. Yeah, I guess. Maybe I'm just learning this right now. This is what I was here for.
Learnings from Breck.
This is my intervention. Is my mum going to pop out from behind that TV? But yeah, look, because I very much I struggle, anxiety, all this stuff, like, and a lot of it maybe comes from childhood or this, that, like, not feeling like I ever really fit in, and like, so it's kind of carried with me. But I've let it carry with me for a bit too long, and I've let it kind of hold me back a bit. And so I'm here to tell you that, like, don't. It's a waste of time. It's a complete and utter waste of time. There's nothing to be gained from it. Just head down and do what is right, because it's all there is.
Absolutely.
It's all there is.
What was the most pinnacle turning point for you? Like everyone has a turning point. Do you have one? I'll tell you my turning point.
Yep.
While you're thinking of yours.
Yep.
So I have talked about this before on the podcast. So I was going to a business coach and I was spending $500 a week to go to this business coach, and I didn't have $500 a week. I was a single mum. The studio was not making money. Hence I was going to a business coach. And I'd go there and I'd cry for an hour about how hard my life was. And, I was a total victim at the time, and everything was so hard. And after 6 months of doing this, he sat down and he said to me, Beck, you can keep crying and I'll keep taking your money, or you can actually fucking do some of the shit that I'm telling you to do, actually take some action, and you might succeed. And that was the biggest moment for me. It was a slap across the face that I needed. And I was like, shit, I'm just being a victim. I actually need to do some of this stuff. And that was the moment, truly, that I pivoted my business.
Yep. Okay. And I remember that time as well.
I bet you do.
Well, that's when we were as I was teaching pause. Maybe that was a bit after that, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember when I
would have been in touch though.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, totally. When I wasn't teaching at pause, anymore. When was that?
God, I can't remember.
I remember when we didn't leave. I just moved on to do it.
You were too busy. There was so much going on.
Yeah.
You were starting to get really big gigs and jobs.
Totally.
And I get that with teachers.
Yeah,
Like it's always a phase, you know.
Totally.
Yeah.
But I remember like, I was like, she's not going to have this studio for much longer. And because
Mm.
you're miserable, I was like, she's
I
going to
was.
find something else. I can.
Yep.
And then I'm like, all of a sudden you're posting these videos about, you know, inspiring other studio owners. I'm like, wait a second, and you're wearing like a suit. I'm like, what? What the hell? What is this? And you're like talking to the camera, you're all polished and like ready. I'm like, Jesus, talking really good stuff. And then like, and now I'm like, you've built this whole business about helping. It's unbelievable.
Mm.
It's the 180 of that's insane.
That all came from COVID.
Yeah, right.
Literally from COVID.
Yep.
So literally we were on the forefront of, well, I was on the forefront of Zoom because the guy I was seeing at the time was like, COVID's going to happen. Everyone else around me was saying it's not. And he said to me, it's going to happen and you need to.
Well, is this like late 2019?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you need your business to be prepared for it. So I kind of said, okay, cool. We'll just get this Zoom.
And if you had the
stuff
jump
going.
on that, you were like golden, hey?
Yeah. So I said, we'll just get this Zoom stuff going. We'll be organized just in case it happens. So I was on the forefront of that. And so I was in a teacher meeting with lots of teachers who are all panicking about COVID. And I said, look, I'll start a page. I'll call it Dance Principals United. And I'll chat to people on there about how to do Zoom. And Amanda and Nath were super into it as well. And we were really good friends. So they came on and helped as well. And then we started doing chats in there to studio owners. That's literally how it started. I'm not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so that's how you met Amanda and.
No, I met them in the biz. We were already friends. But I said to Amanda and Nath, you guys are doing Zoom. I'm doing Zoom. Let's go on.
Oh my God. So it's
Yeah.
just like by circumstance.
Totally.
Wow.
And then at the end of that COVID thing, we realized a lot of people in there needed help and coaching and needed community.
Oh,
So we ran a 1-day course. It's
Oh.
a true story.
this is crazy.
We ran a 1-day course at some little place in Sydney. I can't remember. There were 30 people there. We talked. And the night before, we were having drinks. And I said to them, should we sell these people something at the end? And they're like, sure. What do you want to sell? And I said, like a closed Facebook group. We'll do tutorials for them. So we got pieces of paper.
Oh my
and
God.
got people's details on the pieces of paper,
Just like run and gun.
and every single person signed that was in that room. And that's how we started it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That was Tribe. We started Tribe.
Yeah.
And then it's just
Snowballed
snowballed.
into what it is now. It's insanity. Insanity.
And I think that's a big thing too. It's like taking steps like that and going, we're going to do, like you with the talk. It's like, you know, it's like Expo. Like that's a big financial commitment doing Expo.
Oh my God.
It is like huge to hire that place out. And we could have had no one turn up to
Yeah.
that.
International Convention Centre, by the way, which if
It's,
you don't know is like, the premier venue in Sydney.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
and so like to take that risk is epic, but it's not letting, we were
Oh
petrified.
my God, of course. And like, again, like that's what I've, has been proven to me time and time again, you know.
But what is that number one time that stands out where you're like,
Mm.
we don't really have that?
I got
Was it
many.
maybe doing bicycles?
Yeah. There's two.
Tell me the two.
Okay. So doing bicycle, on So You Think You Can Dance was humongous. Because I was still a dancer and a dancer only, which nothing wrong with that. But I knew there was something else
Mm.
because I was very hard to like tame. That's making it sound cooler than what it was. I wasn't good at taking direction, is
Right.
what I'm trying to say. But I knew that's because I kind of had something else to say, maybe. Didn't really know what it was. And then all of a sudden I'm given this opportunity on national television in front of 3 million people, which is what I was watching at that time when TV was a thing, to do a 30-second solo of my own creation. Then like, what the hell? So I'm like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it as big as possible. So I dressed as a bloody bicyclist, borrowed my dad's leotard, did bicycle race by Queen. Yes, it was. Yes. He still has it. I need to put it back on and take a photo in it.
Oh, that is crazy. I didn't know that.
It's a Spain national team.
Yeah, I was wondering where you got that from.
Yeah, it was from because we were billeting an Olympian for the 2000 Olympics.
Right.
She stayed with us from the Spanish cycling team. So it was one of hers.
Right.
My dad would wear it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what I wore. It says España on everything. So that was it was a huge moment for me. Like it was, very defining. I still remember Jason Gilkison, Jason Gilkison coming up to me after and just like, hugging me and just saying like, oh my, like, who was an idol of mine, still is.
Mm.
And just, it was truly defining. And then another one was just something that happened recently. I can't even pinpoint who said it to me, or it might have been in a video I watched. And it was just a simple phrase of like someone, it was like a psychology kind of thing. Cause I've been, trying to work this brain out for a long time. And it was just someone saying like, and this is a harsh way of putting it,
Yep.
but I'm going to kind of reframe it. It's similar to what you just said. No one's coming to save you, which I took as stop waiting for that one thing that someone says to you to open things up for you and like be your pinnacle, your breakthrough moment.
Right.
That's not going to come. But you can make the action yourself to start providing that moment for yourself. And the only way to do that is to take action and to not wait around. And that was just before I did the speech and the things I'm getting myself into now.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of other things coming. Stay tuned for that.
I know, how exciting.
Which we can't talk too much about, but I'm in a very different phase of my life, it feels like. I'm starting to take social media as a bit more of a thing and like really creating my own content and really just trying to like be in the driver's seat of my life, because I feel like for the longest time I've been in the passenger seat for it.
Right.
And just kind of like having other people like exploit is the wrong word, but having other people take my creativity for what they need and like me latching myself into other projects. And like now I'm like, how do I build something that's mine?
Love that.
And that's fully mine and then I'm fully invested in. And if it does well, great. If it doesn't do well, great. But it's both. It's on me.
Yeah.
And that's scary too. But yeah, just the words, no one's coming to save you, which is harsh, but.
No, I love it. Yeah. And fear's still there, but you can overcome it better now.
Yeah, for sure. And I have my seasons. And it's being aware of those seasons but also trying to safeguard myself now from like, and this is something that we can all benefit from, like this idea of like burning ourselves out and having to say yes to everybody. Like I'm trying to limit that as I get older. Like I don't need to say yes to everybody. I need
to learn that.
Oh my God. It's a forever thing. Even there's still things I'm saying yes to,
Yeah.
We're getting head nods back here. We're even talking about something before that I'm doing. You're like, "What are you doing that?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know. Besides that, I don't know," because I said yes to it.
Yeah.
And I've gotten a lot better, but still not perfect.
No.
And I think I'd burned myself out so much because I was doing everything for everyone but myself.
Yes. And then you start canceling things. I feel you. Then you're like, why did I say yes to that? I need to cancel.
Rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
Rinse, repeat. And then you're creating this reputation. And then you're disappointed in yourself. And you're thinking everyone's talking about you because you're unreal. It's just like, it's
never ending.
It's brutal.
Never ending.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to hear your talk again. If you are listening out there and you think that I'm telling you now, this is something that every studio should have for your seniors to listen to. It is incredible. If you have a smaller studio, combine with other studios. Yeah, I'm all about this. I truly believe that everybody needs to hear this talk. Every teenager, in my opinion, who's a creative should be hearing this talk. So how can they contact you?
Text on the screen.
Sure.
Is that thing? Just if you email me at info@stephentannos.com, and just obviously say it's about the speech, and I'll be able to send you an info back from there.
So good. It's going to be epic. You guys have to check out my socials to see how epic it is for sure. Thank you so much, Stephen. It was amazing.
Thank you, Beck. That was an absolute pleasure.
All right. Hope you guys have an amazing week, and we will see you all next week. Thanks, friends. Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Dance Principles United podcast. If you'd love to learn more from us, we have a special offer just for our podcast listeners. Go to the link in the show notes right now to get 2 weeks free in Dance Principles United Tribe. We would love to see you there.